I'm going to something called the Techtoberfest. This is everybody at Canon and some rich guy.
And I always say to people, you don't know what you don't know.
Definitely. We are Communitech right now. I believe in you. Uber on with the 360.
Worth $1 million to you, so.
You could put a 6-inch cube in there and print that.
And that's quite the statement. So this is Wes in 3D.
360.
You have to live and breathe your idea.
And I hope it happens very soon. The police, every time I pass them, every time I see one, I cringe. But that's the point. Good morning. It is very, very early. It is just after 6 a.m. And what is happening, my friends? I just passed the popo, you guys. Ooh, I don't know how you guys feel about the police, but every time I pass them, I cringe. And I don't know why. Give me your hands! What did I do?
I want a supervisor. You're coming after me for filming.
What the fuck is going on here? I paid my fare, I didn't do anything.
I'm going to something called the Techtoberfest in the region of Kitchener and Waterloo. It's about 2 hours almost west of Toronto, and it is a hub for accelerators and entrepreneurs. Some even call it the new Silicon Valley.
All those YouPorn ones and zeros streaming directly to your shitty little smartphone. It's not magic, it's talent and sweat. That's what the fuck we do.
Now this camera is really shaky, you guys. Really shaky. Because I have a 360 right next to it. So this is Wes in 3D.
360.
And it's like the Matrix. It records audio and everything as you're talking, so anybody can always move around. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go, we have a media pass. We're gonna mingle, we're gonna talk to some entrepreneurs, and we're gonna see what's what in the Canadian Silicon Valley. So we're about 10 minutes out. Hopefully, there'll be a lot of people within the vicinity that will want to take a ride with me. And we're going to get some really interesting people because today it's all about Techtoberfest in this area. And this city isn't very big. Alright guys, so we have arrived at Techtoberfest in Kitchener. There is, I guess, the Google offices, and this is most likely where the event for the crowdfunding campaign for season 3 is going to be right there. So here we are Communitech right now at the building called the Tannery. This is the potential spot for the funding event that we're going to be holding. So yeah, this is the spot, you guys. Let me just get this part here. So this is Wes in 3D.
360.
Dude, so he's starting a TV show. But that's the point. If I have the contact, I can talk about Uber, then you get up. But why? Oh, it is beautiful. True front is actually here when it starts, but then anybody can just rotate. Yeah. So anybody can always move around.
Seeing. Just a hint is more sexy.
It's true. I feel that women. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you.
It's great meeting you as well.
Okay, so and it's like the Matrix. It records audio and everything as you're talking. The way we're going to be incorporating this into our show is we're actually going to have like Easter eggs in the entire episode. So if you want to win an iPhone, you're going to have to like rotate during the entire episode and find it.
That would be an amazing idea for Canon.
I'm Dustin Duffy. I'm a user experience engineer at Canon Canada.
Canon, please sponsor us.
I'm Matt. I'm also with Canon. I'm the iOS engineer on the team.
My name's Mimi. I don't even know where to look right now. I'm the lead designer at the Canon Innovation Lab.
Okay.
Human in the eye.
How many apps does Canon have?
Well, we got
One good one.
One good one. This is everybody at Canon and some rich guy.
Independently wealthy.
Independent, yes, that's right. It's a 360 camera.
I know, I've seen it before.
You're the most attractive person at this place.
No, you're gonna be on TV here, or the internet.
Can you just tell us about the event and why you're here?
Well, I started a company called PicStream a number of years ago with a couple of friends, and it turned into one of the startups Cisco acquired in 2001 timeframe. And since then, everyone involved in the company has been involved in other startups and Pickstream sort of turned into Sandvine.
Why is this place a good place for entrepreneurs or accelerators?
It didn't start 10 years ago. It probably started 50 years ago at the
Here?
University of Waterloo. Yeah, Communitech came in the 90s and started and helped seed the whole environment so that now there's, it's a great technology cluster. You need all the different types of employees and universities and education and government and everything working together to support the community.
Would you say that this is the new Silicon Valley, at least of Canada?
Everyone calls it Silicon Valley North. It's something that keeps building on itself, and that's really what we have here now. Is I do a bit of work with Communitech also, and I've happened to see a number of the startups in town, like Vidyard, Neuron Labs, Myovision. I've been around to see them all in the last few days, and they're all big companies growing.
If you had to give advice to anybody starting out wanting to be an entrepreneur, what would that be?
Leverage the infrastructure that's here now. When we did our startups, the first ones, we've done more since. There wasn't the community support and the mentorship and all this. It was the traditional started in your basement, work your way up. Now you have all this infrastructure to leverage, like mentoring, support. You have organizations like Communitech bringing in venture capitalists for things like this where you can talk. And that's one of the biggest challenges when you're in a startup heads down. You get your head down working, trying to build the company. You don't have time to figure out who are all the venture capitalists, who are all the partnerships that I should. So now they have things like the Innovation Partner Space where they bring in companies who are trying to do entrepreneurship. That was a long-winded answer for...
Trim it.
No, I want this all. The advice is leverage the infrastructure. And I always say to people, you don't know what you don't know.
Definitely. So that's Steven Basco. Okay, great. Thank you. That was a pretty good event. I met a lot of people. Shot some 360. I checked my app on the Uber and there's a lot of people who are needing rides. I'll see you guys soon and Uber on with the 360. There is a Russian billionaire out there doing that. And I hope it happens very soon.
So do I, because I would like to be around a lot longer.
But Inksmith is the only company in the education space.
Yeah, the only company that can be and the company that will be. So
really? That's quite the statement.
We're going to be synonymous with...
I'm sure your CEO is going to be pretty happy.
Well...
You hear that? That's quality.
So Gypsy leaves on one side, the clothing.
There you go, right there. That is so interesting.
And then Rap stays
I can't believe that I said that as a joke and it's true.
And it's actually true.
So I think if you look at the life of a startup, ideally it's upward trending, and ideally it'll be growing exponentially. But if you magnify in day to day, you'll see that it oscillates like a stock chart or a roller coaster, where you'll have good days and bad days. And I think grit, that trait, is what's going to allow you to come through on those lower days when things aren't going well, but you can push through those, problem solve, be resourceful, and come through that. I think you'll ultimately be very successful.
100%.
So that's why I want to start over 50. So if you haven't achieved your goals, and if you are not in the financial position you want to be, and now's the time to do it, well, hopefully you're still healthy.
Okay.
It's worth $1 million to you, so I'm sure you can, manage that for 30 days.
I think so.
We either patent it ourselves, or we at very minimum make sure that we're not infringing on a patent. Then we work inside the big company, so inside of a company with distribution worldwide, with huge customer base, huge reach, figuring out how do we now commercialize this product and bring it to market. Okay. So it is completely bottom-up approach to research and development, as opposed to the traditional more, CEO level or top level company kind of says, look, we need to come up with a product that does this, this, and this. Research and development goes off and tries to figure it out, and then, the product comes out.
I mean, jobs these days, if you look back in time, like the jobs people work these days were not even a thing.
They didn't exist.
But yeah, so it's definitely a change, and there's a change going on, and I think that the school system and curriculum will just have to follow that to keep up with encouraging so much creativity and drive.
I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope you are as motivated and inspired to take on the day as I am, and if you're not, don't worry, you'll get there. I believe in you, just like you believe in me. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Plus, if you touch me, I will sue you, probably. It's like years without kicking. I still have some skill. catch my breath for a second there.
Right on.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I love it.